This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday we just started our session, right? So you can ask me any small doubts before we go ahead. Okay, a quick recap until someone joins. Okay. So yesterday we were discussing the concept of servers. So what is actually a server and where the servers are kept? Like we also discussed about data centers, right? And we also discussed that it is not a easy job to maintain a data center, isn't it? So nowadays it is we are living in an era where everything is costly. So to maintain a huge infrastructure, see, infrastructure is a word commonly taken in IT world. So infrastructure means it is servers, routers, switches, everything it will come under anything which comes under hardware. It is named as infrastructure. Okay, isn't it? So that is the reason many companies now they are migrating to cloud, and majority of the companies have already migrated to cloud computing, right? And some of the companies are still they are planning. So that is the reason they need cloud professionals. So this is what I discussed, and also I gave a use case where there is a, if imagine you are a business owner and you have a application. So I also made a clear comparison, like what will be the cost going with your own server and what will be the cost going with the this one. So 0 rupees upfront means you don't have to pay anything. No maintenance means no hardware maintenance. If anything damages, it is not your headache. Okay, just you take the example of Zoom car. If you are driving, suppose something happened to the Zoom car, so you don't need to pay anything, so they will take care. All right, and pay as you go, like the how many kilometers we drive, so for that we will pay to the Zoom car, right? So similarly, how many hours, how many minutes, how many seconds you launch or you use the server, you have to pay. So this is what we were discussing, right? Clear? So any doubts until here? Okay, so we will go ahead. Okay, so now as we access this, so why, now you may think that why they have named it as cloud computing, or why there is a I mean the word cloud came from. The reason it is named as cloud, because see, as you can notice, whenever the sky is clear you can see blue, I mean the sky is blue, but when it is cloudy you cannot see anything what is beyond the clouds, right? So simply it will rain. Similar fashion, we are just using the power of the servers using the internet. So in the back end there is lot of technology involved, like there is cabling involved, right? See, data center means there will be a huge setup. So you need acres of land, then you need a big huge building, you need like 100 to thousands of people to maintain, you need security, you need electricity supply. See, in data center, electricity supply, you need to take minimum from two cities. You cannot say, oh, in my city there is a power cut. No, it is not going to happen. See, when you are run a data center, you should take the electricity supply from minimum two or three cities, or even more. Okay, because say for example, if my data center is in Bangalore, I'm going to take the electricity supply from which, where, from Tumkur and Bangalore, both the cities, or even if required even more, isn't it? Okay, you all can see my screen, see my screen, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes. So as we access only the compute power and we don't see this hardware physically, so that is why, and whatever comes to form this data center, we don't see it physically, so that is the reason it is abbreviated as cloud. So in behind the scenes there is lot of process and lot of technology involved. Okay, but we will access those servers using a simple graphical console like this, like we are drawing, no? So like this it will be, with few clicks we are going to launch a simple applications, and within minutes. And one more thing I would like to add here, the word is on demand. Okay, so this is very very important. So cloud computing is a, so now we can arrive at one definition. So cloud computing is a practice to use the compute power over the internet on demand. So on demand means whenever you want, isn't it? See, for example, if you want to have a 16 GB laptop, so can you get it immediately? No. You need to first book. Okay, definitely you will get it delivered to your house via Amazon. That service is there, but they will not give you with 0 rupees. No, first you need to purchase the laptop. You need to complete the payment, and then they will deliver in 48 hours, isn't it? Without which they will not even deliver it to you. Okay, so that is, but here with the cloud computing, you can get it on demand without spending a single rupee. But of course you have to pay after, there will be a monthly billing, as we all get a this one, right? So Bescom, so we use electricity supply to our houses, so we don't pay anything, isn't it? So we pay no, monthly charges based on our usage. So that is called pay as you go model. So on demand. So whenever we want, you can spin up the, or you can create an instance, or you can launch an instance. All are this create, launch, all both are one word. Means you are creating one server and you are deploying your application there. Okay. So now, yesterday I just gave you a overall idea of cloud provider, and AWS is one of them. Along with AWS, there is also other competitors, like we have Azure, then we have GCP, then we have DigitalOcean, okay, and etc. Alibaba Cloud is also there, but these are some popular cloud provider. Getting it? So cloud provider means the person or the company who is going to provide you the rental service of the server to you on monthly basis. That's it. That is the meaning of cloud provider. If for example in Bangalore we have Bescom, in other cities we will have some other providers, maybe Mescom, something like that. In other cities I don't know, or in other states there will be other cloud provider, sorry, electricity provider. The name will be different, but the conceptually all will be same. So for example, for car rental we have Zoom cars, right? So along with Zoom cars there is a Zip Drive. There is Zip Drive or some other person, and other companies also there. I am not getting that name. Okay, so if you just Google you will get it. So car rental services. So if you go to Google and type car rental services Bangalore, so you'll get so many things. See, rev.co.in, this is another company competitor for Zoom cars. Savari.com, Vroom Drive, So these are some of the, and Zoom car is little popular. What all, they are all car rental company. Conceptually, they are all one and the same, but only the branding is different. So similarly, here also, they are all providing, what is their business? Their business is to provide the servers on a rental basis. But what is the difference? Only the branding is different. AWS is owned by Amazon Web Services, Azure is owned by Microsoft, GCP is owned by Google, Digital is Ocean is owned by DigitalOcean company. Okay. Now, I am going to delete all the other cloud providers because we are not going to study all of them. We are going to focus only on AWS. But now you may ask me a question, simple question, why AWS? Now you may get this question. If you have so many cloud providers like Azure, like GCP and Alibaba Cloud, why we are going with AWS? Isn't it? You will get this question obviously, and you may also get difference. I have already told you that AWS, Azure, GCP, all are cloud providers. Only the names are different. Okay, and the pricing will be different, and the service name will be different. But in the back end, everything will be same. But now to answer your question, why AWS? Why? So let us go here. Let me copy this. Second, copy, and I'm going to write here and paste. Okay, so why AWS? Why? Because AWS was started in the year 2002. Okay, just a decade before. Okay, they started in the year 2002 with only three services, that is S3, which is abbreviation for Simple Storage Service. Okay, then EC2, which is abbreviation for Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, and the other one is and SQS, Simple Queue Service. So they started this cloud computing just 10 hours before. Oh, sorry, not 10. We are already in 2022, right? 20 years, 2 decades. So they have a 20 years of experience, my friends, and they are the pioneer. Pioneer means they are the leaders. They are the ones who started with this cloud computing, and rest is all history. So they are having 20 plus years of experience. So this means 20 plus years of experience. Okay, and believe me, over the past 12 years, they have been 12 years, they have consecutively won, they have consecutively won best cloud provider award, best cloud provider award by Gartner. Okay, so if you just google, see, this is not my own statement, these are all facts collected from the internet. So if you go to Google and say Gartner Magic, just type Gartner Magic Quadrant 2022, and these awards are not provided by AWS itself, these are the third party vendors. See, nowadays what will happen, whenever you are running any sort of company, there will be some other companies who is going to test whether you are performing good or bad, isn't it? Like there is ISO 9001 certification. So who is providing all this certification? So these are some third party vendors who will test, and they will certify, okay, yes, this company is good, and they will provide the certificate. only if they are passing some benchmarks. Okay, so if you just click here and type here, just a second, Gartner argument, just type AWS. See here, AWS named as leader in the 2020 Gartner Cloud Infrastructure and Platform Services 12th consecutive year. Okay, see, this is the magic quadrant. So as you can see, these are the leaders: Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, Google, and there are other also: Oracle or Alibaba Cloud, IBM, Huawei. These are all players. Okay, and where to get this information? You can get this information from here also, and you can get that information from Gartner Magic here. Report. Yeah. So this is the, see, this is a Gartner.com. See, this is another third party website, and they have named it. So according to them, AWS is the top. See, Amazon Web Services, a subsidiary of Amazon, is a leader in this magic quadrant. AWS is focused on being a broad-based provider of IT services, ranging from cloud native and edge to ERP and mission critical workloads. So you can read this whenever you are free to know more about the report. Clear? So trust me, AWS is very, and apart from that awards and everything, this is very, very easy to learn. Easy to learn than any other cloud providers, because this is very, very simplest user experience they will provide to you. Okay, very easy to learn, no domain experience needed. And I will show you one more interesting fact why AWS is powerful. Let me go to Google again. I'll copy this and I will put it in the chat so that you can go through later. One second, where is that? So this is, so I'll be pasting the links, notes, whatever relevant in the group chat. You can always follow along. So now, Government of India vaccination, COVID vaccination. Just type AWS. So you will be happy to know that our Government of India built a solution, that is the COVID vaccination verification solution on AWS. So this is what, see, building a COVID-19 vaccine verification solution on AWS. See, whatever you see on the world today, whether any application, whether it is a web application, they are all managed on cloud. More, I mean, not everything, at least some percent. Okay, so you can go through the news. So Government of India application is also hosted in the AWS. You getting the point? See, so I will also put this in the, you can read about this blog little later. Uh, of course, this is out of syllabus, but you should know what AWS is really doing. And we had only two data centers, not data centers, two region. I'll come to region and availabilities one little later. But you can say we had the AWS setup only in Mumbai, but we have in Hyderabad. Okay, I'll come to that later. Okay, now, so as you can see, no domain experience and very, very easy to learn. So now will everyone agree to me that I have given you enough reasons? So now will you still ask why AWS? Yes or no? So will you ask again why we are learning AWS, or you are happy to know that you started to learn AWS now? Give me some reaction. Give me thumbs up. Let's make this more interactive. Okay, you can give thumbs up if you want. If you have liked this, yes, good. Thank you, Chinmay. Thank you, Kumar. Okay, right. So we know why we are learning AWS. Okay, so now we got to know the reason. Now there is no looking back. Now from this moment onwards, now there is only going forward. We'll start with the fundamentals. Okay, so now we know what is cloud computing, right? The basic, at least the basics, right? And now we have also learned why AWS, right? Isn't it? And now we are going to dig a little further. Okay, so I'm going to go with the regions. Okay, okay, so now why AWS? Now the next question is, where is AWS? In the sense, okay, now we are talking about AWS. Where is AWS? Meanings, I'm talking about the global presence. Okay, I mean to say global presence. Okay, so just like for example, I will say, now there is a very viral movie that is Kantara, right? Okay, so everyone are talking about Kantara movie. Okay, but where is this? Where is the show is going on? Okay, so now this movie is almost in all the theaters in Bangalore. I mean, not only in Bangalore, almost all over the India. So similarly, that is the global, that is the meaning of presence. I'll give you one more example. You will go for, now you are in, say I'm in Chandra layout. Now I'm trying to purchase a car. Okay. Now you will think that, okay, I am going to purchase a car. Okay. Now I want to see how is the pricing, then what will be the cost, and I will also look at, as an Indian, where are the service centers? Okay, isn't it? So as a buyer, you will also check that, okay, where are the service centers? Oh, then if I go like that, Maruti will come to me, to my mind at an instant, because Maruti is such a brand. They are there from the beginning, and their service centers is all over India. So that is what I want. So similar, that is called, no, that is what is known as the global presence. Present means where and where they are located. So if you ask me, Maruti is everywhere. The showroom is also everywhere. The service center is also everywhere. So I can easily manage, and the cost is also less. So similarly, AWS is also everywhere, all over the world. So let me show you where and when they have established their location. So in order to see that, you have to go to Google and type AWS global infrastructure and hit enter, and you will get a link, and just click on this. See, this is what I meant by the global presence. It means that in the whole world where the AWS have set up their data centers. So when I say data center, you should imagine this diagram in your mind. Which diagram? So let me show you that. Data center. So you should imagine this image in front of your mind. Data center. This is just the interior one. So let me show you from the outside. Uh, So can you see this? See, these are all the rack rows, server room. Okay. Then this is a power room. So this is a some architectural diagram here. Okay, so we'll go one by one. See, these are the racks. Okay, and let me show you another diagrams. Yes. So this is the AWS data center. So this is inside and this is from the outside. So can you see how big it is? So now accept all cookies and select any one data center. I'm going to select Mumbai. Okay, let us study about Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. So in Mumbai they have three. Okay, so let us select one. There is no diagram here, but just a minute. Yeah. So as you can see here, so this is the typical how a data center will be set up. So this is derived from the Google map. Okay, so imagine this is very huge. See what is the size? 26 million square foot. So this is very big space, and imagine how much investment they would have made, isn't it? So that is the meaning of, just think that these are the data centers, and this is from the top view. So as you can see, these are the top view. So this is the entire data center. Okay, so when I say this region means it is a geographical area where the AWS have set up. Okay, so as I told you, right, in India we have in Mumbai. It was launched in year 2016, and now it is coming. This is a Hyderabad coming soon. It is not yet started, but very soon they are going to start Hyderabad. Okay, so the first data center was in the year, I told you, right, in the year 2006. That is the Northern Virginia. Clear? So in their year 2006. So this is Northern Virginia. This is United States of America. This is Africa. In Africa continent we have only one region. In South America we have one, that is Sao Paulo. Okay. And in India we have two. That is, one is already established in the year 2016, and now in the, maybe by 2023 it will be fully functional. In Australia we have again Sydney, we are already fully functional, and Melbourne it is coming soon. So similarly they are expanding. Why? Because, why, see, why anyone will expand? Because of the business. So they are getting good business, because as AWS is most powerful, many customers are, or many companies are migrating to the AWS. Clear? Now, so this is a geographical area, means in the worldwide map, where in which geographical particular location they have established. So that is called a region. So let us go with the definition. What do you mean by region? Then you will understand. Okay. So a region is a geographical area on the worldwide map where the AWS have set up their data centers. Okay, now you are getting a confusion. What is this region? Then what is this data center? I'm not. You may getting confused. So no need to get confused. So region is equal to a geographical area. Geographical area where AWS have set up their data centers. Okay, so set up their data centers. So if I have to give an example, think that uh, in Karnataka, Bangalore is a region. So Bangalore is a region. Okay, so in Bangalore, how many Maruti car showroom will be there? So maybe 10, 20, 25, isn't it? So think region as a one particular place in a map. That's it. So in that geographical area, there can be minimum 2, 3, 7, and 8 data center also. So till date we have only, if you check the northern Virginia region, there are 6 data centers. So they call the data centers as availability zone. So please note this point. So data centers is equal to availability zones. Okay, so data centers is equal to availability zones, isn't it? Okay, so region, think that it is a, think of Bangalore in Karnataka. In Karnataka map, Bangalore is a region, right? So in region, how many Maruti car showroom are there? There might be many. So that you compare with the data centers. Clear? Any doubt, guys? Because these are very, very basics. If your basics are strong, then you can ace like anything. The remaining else will be very easy for you. These are very, very fundamentals. Clear? Any doubts so far? So if you see Mumbai, Mumbai is a region in the Asia Pacific continent. And in Mumbai we have how many data centers? 3, because availability zones is 3. So they have named like this. Clear? So similarly, if you take Cape Town, we have 3 data centers. If you take any Bahrain in Middle East, that is also 3. If you take this Israel, it is coming up. This is Milan, there is 3. If you take Europe, there is 3. There is London, we have 3. So minimum there are 3 availability zones. Canada also 3. Okay. So 3 availability zones meaning 3 data centers. Okay, so let me draw a diagram here. What do you mean by that? So let me draw a region. Say, so let me take a map. Okay, so this is a map and a region will be something here. So you can consider this blue mark as a region. Okay, or let me take this map. No, not this one. Better, I'll take this. Okay, this one I'll take. Okay. Now let me okay, so you can consider anything as a region. So in a big area, a region is something, it will depict one state or something. So Mumbai is a city, right? So here it is, when you consider a region, it will have how many things? So three data center will be there. So this is data center 1, data center 2, data center 3. It means they are all inside the same region. Might be in two different cities. Okay. So this is data center 1, data center 2 and data center 3, right? So let me name here. So let me write here DC1, DC2, DC3. So this is Mumbai. So let me write here. This is Mumbai. I am considering Mumbai region. So this is a region. Think that I have taken this region and I have enlarged like this. This is a big area. So I am representing the Mumbai region as this. So in this region, there are three data centers, meaning three availability zones, because data center is equal to availability zones. And the distance between each data center is minimum 50 kilometers. So you can check here. Okay. Okay, so let me put this in the chat. Then next is AWS region and availability zones. So let us study that in details. Okay, so this is what I meant. Okay, so region means it is a bigger boundary. So it is a Mumbai. This region is equal to Mumbai, right? Or if you are, you can consider this as Bangalore. So think that availability zone means they are data centers. So in Bangalore, Bangalore is very big. So one data center will be in Whitefield, the other data center will be in Nagarbavi, and the another data center will be in the Yelahanka. So like this they set up, guys. So that is what I wanted to convey. The region is in India. That is perfectly fine. So similarly, in Mumbai also, we don't know the exact location due to some security constraint. They will not tell on which exact location they have located. But we know it is in Mumbai. That is 100% confirmed. But in Mumbai exact location, it is like this. So you can consider the diagram like this. So in region we have, so in Mumbai, region is equal to Mumbai, and we have three availability zones. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Clear? See, you're getting it. See, each AWS region is designed to be isolated from the other AWS regions. You're clear? Right? So availability zones are what? They are data center inside that regions. Very simple. Clear? Okay, so AWS region will go versus availability zones. So let us stack this. See, this is the meaning of Amazon Web Services region. See, what is an availability zone? Availability zones are highly available data centers within each AWS region. This is the definition. Then what is a region? What is a region? It is a, see, each region is a separate geographic, I told you, right? Geographic area. Clear? So this same link I have already shown you. Okay. So this is the meaning of regions and availability zones. Okay. Now coming back to the global infrastructure. Okay, I will paste this also in the chat. Okay. Now, then what do you mean by local zones? Okay, so let me go back to the global infrastructure. You will see, you will notice that. Let me duplicate tab. So it says 28. Now overall we have 28 launch regions all over the world. Okay, so minimum how many will be there? 28 into 3, or you can consider 30. 30 into 3, 3 is a 90 regions. Oh, sorry, not regions, 90 availability zones. See, these are 30 regions, almost close to 30 regions. So 30 into 3, I am calculating. So 90 availability zones. That means 90 data centers they have already in all over the world. Okay, then what do you mean by this local zones? See, sometimes there will be business requirement. You cannot always rely on Mumbai regions. You need some local zones, isn't it? See, it is an extension of an AWS region. That's it. Close to users. See, some users, some government officials, they will be very, very strict, or government organization. They would want the data center to be very, very close to their, or very next to their office or their city. So that is the reason they would want the data center to be in Delhi or some other cities, isn't it? So that is why they will set up the I mean, not, it will not be big as AWS region, but it will be sufficient to cater the needs of the clients. So it is an extension of the AWS region that is geographically close to your users. Clear? So that is the meaning of availability zones and local zones. So we have 21 local zones. Okay. Clear? So we have 21 local zone. Then what is this 29 wavelength zones? So similar to the, again, the extension of local zones. Very simple. Okay. So these are the wavelength location. Okay. So these are bringing the business and providing the service close to the users. Okay. So that is the meaning of wavelength. See, ultra low latency application for 5G devices. So these are specifically for mobile applications. So as you can see, AWS region, then there is a wavelength zone. It is similar to the local zone. Clear? Next. So we have in almost 245 countries and territories. Okay, and this is very very important, direct connect location. This I will explain it a little later when I take up networking concept. You will not, and I mean you will get confused if I say about direct connect locations. You will get confused. For now, you just focus on this 26, 28 launch regions, 90 availability zones, and the 21 local zones, and these things you study. Okay, guys, any doubt so far?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. What is the doubt? Yes, who was that? You please ask me what is the doubt. Is it Rajesh? Who was the one who asked the doubt? Is it Chinmay, Kumar? No doubt, guys.
Yes, sir. So far, no.
No doubts. Okay. Okay, then we will go further. Okay. So now, I taught about magic quadrant, everything, right? So yeah. So now you can start exploring the regions, and so this was just a overview. Now you can explore regions and availability zones. So if you want to discuss about Asia, so as you can see, these are the availability zones in the Asia. Okay, so they don't go with the country name, they go with the continent name. Okay, so Asia Pacific, Africa, Middle East, Europe, like so they go by the continent to distinguish between their data centers. Okay, so if you click on each continents, you will know how many data centers and local zones and wavelength zones they have in the region. Okay, so now see, regions as the concept of a which is a physical location around the world where we cluster data centers. So this is the AWS definition. We call each group of logical data centers an availability zone. That's it. What is availability zone? A group of logical data centers. Each AWS region consists of a minimum three or isolated and physically separate availability zone. Okay, so there is more to learn in this link. Okay, and what are availability zone? They are one or more discrete data centers with redundant power, networking, and connectivity. What is mean by redundant? Redundant means continuous. There is no breakage. That is the meaning of redundancy. Redundancy means there is no failure of supply. Means continuous power supply and continuous networking. So that is the meaning of redundancy. Okay, and it has all the services. So services anyhow we will be focusing on little later. Okay, once we start with the once we are strong with the basics, then we'll go with the AWS account creation and other stuff. Okay, so this week it will be entirely theoretical, maybe at least another 2 more days it will be theory based. So don't worry that it is only theory based. We are going to get our hands dirty, I mean after 2 to 3 days. Okay, definitely it will be, everything will be based on labs. Okay, which you are going to work. Okay, Next, so features, you have this. Okay, where is that? Yeah. So these are the regions and availability zones. Now, if you click on the local zone, so this you can study a see a local zones are type of infrastructure deployment that places compute, storage, database, and other selected AWS services close to large population and industry centers. That's it. You think that there is one area where there is lot of people and they are requesting for one Maruti service center nearby because the nearest Maruti service center is like 100 kilometers or 50 kilometers. They want some because they have a good population with good number of users of Maruti. So they are requesting to set up a Maruti service center in their area. So think local zone as that. Okay. So this is the meaning of local zones. Okay. Next, wavelength zones. It is again similar to mobile edge computing. So if you, these are related to mobile devices, similar to wavelength zones. Then what are regional services? There are. We'll explore this when we take up the services. Okay. So till here, clear, guys? Any doubts? So I'm going to put this in the chat so you can go through a little later. Okay, so I'm going to show you how a AWS console will look like. Okay, so let me log into any one of the console and so this is how a AWS console will look like. So just like you are entering your username and password. Okay, so as you can see, I'm in a Mumbai region. See, AP means Asia Pacific dash South. So in the Asia Pacific continent, Mumbai is in the south, right? So that is the reason they have named it as South and in one. AP South 1. Okay, whereas Singapore is in the Asia Pacific, but it is in the southeast. So that is why they have named it as Southeast 1. So I'm going to select Mumbai, right? So you will learn all this. See, as you can see, you cannot see any services physically. You can only see via like this. You're getting the point. You can only access via like this. Yes or no? See, as I told you, right? So you will be getting the bill like this. Okay, we'll explore all these things a little later, but it is just for you to feel how the AWS console will look like. So this is the overall view. So as you can, so from the console we are going to create everything by clicking the services. So these are the services like this. So this is one service and this is another service. So we are going to explore one by one. Okay. Okay, guys. So that's it for today. So if you have any doubts, please ask me. Otherwise, we are good to wind up the class and we'll meet tomorrow. So you can go ahead and ask me doubts. So no doubts.
So can you repeat me the logins? I am dashboard once again.
This one. I have not taught you anything. I am just exploring. I just told you that these are the
Yes, yes.
services. Yeah.
Okay, right.
See, slowly we will go slowly, one by one. I will also show you how to create AWS account. This is just I am exploring like what are the services we are going to learn. That's it.
Sir,
Okay. So this
what
is
is S3?
S3 and all we'll learn later. That S3 means
Oh,
simple storage service. We'll
yeah, yeah.
explore each service. So this is S3. Okay. But we
Okay,
are still now we are in the basics. So
okay,
we'll learn what is S3, we'll learn what is S3, EC2, VPC, IAM, CloudWatch, everything we will learn
okay. And do we
one
have
by one. Sorry,
classes on
your voice is
weekends,
breaking.
sir?
VPN.
Do we have classes on Sunday weekends?
No,
Weekends.
no. Weekends we will not have classes. Only it is Monday to Friday.
Okay, thank you.
So weekends you can practice. Okay. As of now, you may feel this is very easy and theoretical, but trust me, after 2 or 3 classes, it will be only based on labs. There is no theory at all. Only the first 3 to 4 classes it will be theory. After that, everything will be hands-on. Okay. Okay, guys. So, any other doubts? Okay. If there are no doubts, then I'm going to stop the recording.